Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this started here. Let us start a game. This is Mamiya. It is a visual novel about the end of the world. So, let's get it started. Oh, I have to choose? Scenario? Fall down. Natsume died. Oh, okay. Who's Natsume? Did someone pass away? Yeah, they're holding a funeral for a boy called Natsume. Natsume? Well, I think I might have known him. Oh, really? Probably. At least, I think so. Okay. Probably. At least I think so. Wait, what? What do I do? Oh. In that case, why not bring some flowers? Can I? Of course, I'm certain. Okay. I'm getting a bit tense. No, it's gonna be okay. I just need to get inside. After muttering that to myself, I nodded and took a step forward. Ah! Only to end up bumping into someone else. Oh, sorry. Oh, so am I... I bumped into someone tall. Someone's tall, dark back. Okay. But as I looked up, I was surprised to see a face that still carried a hint of boyish youth to it. He was a head taller than most people, making him easily stand out, whether he might have liked it or not. Although the bump had happened entirely due to my own clumsiness, he addressed me with genuine sincerity. Okay, yes, the dyslexia is hitting. Why did I start a visual novel? I don't know. But look, we power through, okay? Oh, right. I opened the door. A solemn atmosphere hung heavy in the air as I stepped into the church. 'Cause you asked me to choose... Yeah, I asked my sister to tell me what she wanted to see me stream tonight, and she picked a visual novel for the dyslexic, so... Shout out to you, Andrea. Thanks for that one. Some wept, others looked ahead in silence. They were all reminiscing about the time they'd spent with him. I hope they are. The service would begin in seconds, and I was the only one still standing. I hurriedly scanned my surroundings for a place where I could sit. Oh, choices. Oh! Oh, close to the exit is what I would do in real life, to be perfectly honest. But let's go left. Always left. I took a seat on the left. I'll sit next to you if you don't mind. Oh, sure. Feel free to. I kept gazing at the flowers far ahead while waiting for the ceremony to begin. Then came the coffin. Everyone around me muttered prayers in remembrance of Natsume. A chant played as the coffin was carried forward. Hearing the priest talk, all I could think about was its contents. A while later, the service began in earnest, accompanied by organ music. The attendees stood up and brought flowers to the coffin. A student with darker skin approached it next. I'ma mind my own business. I ignored him, as I would with every other attendee, and maintained my silence. The one to approach the coffin next was a dark-haired student with a mole under his eye. I'ma mind my own business. I ignored him, as I would every other attendee, and maintained my silence. See, this is why I couldn't, be the main character of a story, because I mind my own business. I don't bother with people. Ruffling his pinkish hair, a man with an intense look on his face stepped forward. I'm about my own business. Look, minding your own business is a skill, man. You gotta hone it, you know? Tall boy with a school uniform. Do I have to choose one? Like, am I gonna get in trouble if I don't? Am I gonna, like, lose the game? I'm thinking of it. Keep on keeping on. Oh, that was all of them. Once all the attendees had set their flowers, the funeral came to a close with a few words addressed to the bereaved family. Surrounded by people leaving the hall, I casually look around. I chose to aimlessly wander and look around. Excuse me, you dropped this. My bad. It happens. Were you close to Natsume? Not really. I only came here because he was a classmate. I can't say I expected this, though. I thought it'd be too much of a bother for you. I can say my goodbyes when I have to. I see. Natsume and I didn't talk much. For all I know, he might not even remembered me. But you still came. He might not have cared, but I remembered him very well. I got this thing from him, too. The ballpoint pen you dropped? Yeah, he lent it to me when we were sitting next to each other and I didn't have anything to write with. He just did it without even saying a word. I told him I'd return it once class was over, but he let me use it for the rest of the day. I went to return it the next day, but then he told me to just keep it. I said I didn't need it, but he was adamant about not wanting it back. And now it's an item left behind by a dead guy. I figured I had to bring it here. I couldn't give it back to him. Hell, I don't even need it. Now I can't even throw it away. I see. Take good care of it if you can, please. I imagine that's what Natsume would have wanted too. I guess you're right. Sorry for keeping you. Anyway, take care. Yeah. Alright. Got a little backstory of student A. I spent a moment thinking about what had just happened. People dressed in all black, a dead, almost suffocating atmosphere, and the deceased person at the center of it all. Natsume. His name is Kikuchi Ryo. Ryo? Oh, I'm so sorry. Kikuchi Ryo. Okay. It still hadn't sunk in that I would now be living in a world without him. Even now, I half expected him to show up at school like he always did, flashing the biggest grin. A part of me still wanted this entire funeral to be a huge practical joke. But in the end, entertaining thoughts like that only served as a cruel reminder of the fact that he was gone. Death was unexpectedly sudden and anticlimactic. I looked up at the distant sky above. The gray clouds cast an achromatic veil over the city. Tomorrow would come, and I would continue to breathe under this very same sky. The death of a single person would have no effect on my daily life. I would go to school, my part-time job, and finally back home. After all, Natsume had taken up only a fraction of that routine. I'm back. My home stood exactly where it always did. I'd leave behind the out-of-the-ordinary event that was the funeral and step back into the realm of the familiar. The laundry was still hanging and drying, while the sink was still chock full of dishes. Give them no more than a fleeting glance, I went straight to my room. I felt tired from everything that happened during the day. I crashed into my futon without bothering to change. It didn't matter to me if the world ended. My existence was entirely too minuscule for me to perceive matters of that scale. I had my hands full with protecting what was right in front of me. I would wake up, only to start mulling over my days again. All I did was live a mundane, unchanging life. And so I went to sleep, bringing another day to a close. Okay, that's the opening. What do you say? This is a really weird contrast to the blank alpha. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I'm here for the vibes, man. Oh, I can feel my contacts drying out as we speak. Wonderful. I mustn't run away. Every time I did something, those words would flash through my mind. Didn't even say a bad word. Wait, what did you say? Yeah, because it's just blocked out on the chat. I have no, I just says like something elf. So I wiped the mud off my cheek and glanced at the man lying beside me. Finding the iron pipe uncomfortable in my hand, I tossed it aside without a moment's hesitation. The dewy smell of morning persisted throughout the day. For a brief moment, the sun shone through the gap between the heavy clouds rolling above. Once again, the air itself felt dead. A word for attractive starting with S. The elf is hot. That's the point. Okay, I got you. They censored that, but they didn't censor pinup? Interesting. Anyways, I could barely remember the last time I lived freely. And yet again, I could not escape the sun's watchful eye. Seriously? I actually saw this really awesome video the other day. Can y'all hear the game audio, by the way? Just making sure. Level's good and everything. No, wait, can I see? What the heck is this? Ahaha. How come Kikuchi's in the classroom so early in the morning? He usually comes in so late. I hear he had another fight the other day. It was under the bridge. Who does he think he is? The hero of some TV show about delinquents? We're all living in peace, though. Man, I really wish he'd learn how to read the room. Kikuchi? Eek! What? Damn, the class rep's actually trying to talk to him? There's a limit to how diligent a person should be. This is a questionnaire for the next meeting, and all the students need to submit it, so if possible, I mean, if it's not too much of a bother, it would be great if you could do something this week. Okay. I'll hand it to you later. Okay, thanks. This guy told on Minato. No. Hey, Minato. You going home? Can I tag along halfway? Sure. How are you doing? Is the part-time job keeping you busy? Yeah, I see. Sounds rough. So how's Midori? What year is she right now? She's in her 3rd year of elementary school. Already? I guess it's about time she started getting more feminine, huh? Okay, weird line of dialogue. We're gonna skip over it. It's fine. Do you remember the time she fell into the pond? Yeah. That was crazy. There were no adults around, so you just jumped in right after her. It wasn't that deep. I also remember when you ate her snacks and made her cry. That happened? It did. Man, how hungry could I have been to steal a little girl's snacks? Got work today? Yeah. Good luck then. Thanks. It's a child! Midori. No! These were left over in the shop. What about chocolate Krispies? There were some of those too. Let's go home. Bro? You wanna go today? Can I? It's fine, as long as you keep your word. Promise to wash my hands and rinse my mouth. Good, let's go then. Is this his sister? Yes, okay, they have the same last name. Cool. Okay. You can sit down and start eating here. Are we on the beach? Midori gave me an enthusiastic nod, then took a large chocolate crispy donut in both hands and began stuffing it into her mouth. I went for a strawberry donut myself. Midori had already finished hers and went off to look for seashells. Midori is very good at discovering beautiful things. Even subtle, poignant kinds of beauty that most people normally would overlook. Midori noticed my gaze and held up a large seashell with the wildest possible grin she could muster. Yo! It looked so beautiful in the sun, I couldn't help but smile myself. After finishing my donut and feeling the sting of the salty wind in my wound, I thought back to what happened the other day, including a certain classmate I had barely even spoken to. He barely played any role in my life, and yet there was something about him that simply didn't sit right with me. A person's death, huh? No? Midori, who had been playing in the sand until just moments ago, was now standing right in front of me. Feel like going home already? Didn't take long to... No. What is it, Midori? Come with me. Midori! Midori grabbed my hand and pulled me toward the sea. There must have been something she couldn't figure out on her own. After a while, she came to a stop. I followed her gaze and let out a gasp. What is it? What happened? Oh, it's a man! It's a boy! Whoa! On the beach? What? It was a person. Hell yeah, it was a person. Someone had washed up on the beach. Are they alive? His school jacket was heavy with all the water it had soaked up. His hair, too, was dripping wet. I could barely sense any breathing from his purple lips. Midori immediately ran off without any instructions from me. I pulled the man away from the waves, careful not to move him too much. He was significantly taller than me, so by the time I was done, Midori had already returned with the bag. Get a towel. Nodding, Midori started wiping the water off the man while I took his jacket to check his pulse. He's moving. Oh. As I cupped the man's chin to the... Hold on. As I cupped the man's chin to the left to lift his face a little, he suddenly opened his eyes. Why are you looking at his lips, main character? Yeah. Look, you know, I heard there was romance in this game. Mayhaps not, I don't know. We'll see. There's room for romance in the end of the world, right? Huh? What am I doing here? He looked into the distance with a drowsy expression. His memories still appeared to be jumbled. As I kept studying him for any signs of pain, our eyes abruptly met. He had a tidy look to him, with a hint of youth still lingering in his features. Hey. Yes? You okay? Right, I mean, yes. Do you remember who you are? I think so. I just can't remember how I got here. Thank you for saving me. I'd like to express my gratitude somehow. Mind telling me your name? You don't need to do that. But, look, I'm telling you not to bother. Well, okay. Now that he was awake, the man's body no longer seemed as large as before. You should go to a hospital. Let's go, Midori. He looked like he still wanted to say something, but I ignored him and left. That's big me energy. Just ignore it and leave. Are you sure we did the right thing back there, though? What do you mean? I mean, you know. Oh, yeah. I see. Let's go home, Midori. Okay, though. I still couldn't believe something like this would happen the day after I'd seen a dead person at a funeral. Wait, weren't they all at the funeral together? What happened that night? I'm so confused. I didn't want to have anyone else die in front of me. I was done looking at corpses. That was the extent of the reason why I saved him. Nothing more, nothing less. I thought back to him and the way he looked. Light blue hair coupled with a pair of puzzled eyes and the color of lead. I was trying not to scrutinize him too much. We wouldn't meet again anyway. We wouldn't? Wait, was that even the first time I'd seen him? His face actually felt oddly familiar. Hey. I was suddenly addressed by a large man. This again. Midori, go over there for a moment. Okay. You want something? You know very well what I want. Oh, do we? For as long as I could remember, other people, especially those prone to violence, would constantly feel the need to challenge me. Before long, I found myself surrounded by thugs and lowlifes on a daily basis. I guess the rumors were true. You're not the type to back away from a fight. I don't run. Well, that's great and all, but we've got a reputation to maintain. So you're gonna have to die here. No hard feelings, alright? Bro. I actually hated fighting. I found it to be a waste of time. But I just couldn't stand running away. Simple as that. I dodged his incoming fist and slipped under him, then delivered a punch of my own to his side. That didn't send him to the ground, though. Instead, he grabbed me by the head and smashed it into his knee. Ugh. Searing pain flared across my face. Yeah, I bet. I picked up a random brick I found lying on the ground and used it to thwack the man in the side. The man that had attacked now lay on the asphalt. Frustration washed over me. What a waste of time. My nose is bleeding. Well, whatever. I gotta make dinner. A violent dizziness overcame me. I closed my eyes as tightly as I could, then opened them back up. I wanted to meet you, though. Oh? Oh? Huh? Me too, bro. I was looking at a large rabbit head. It reminded me of a plush toy I'd seen somewhere before. The young boy seemed to be wearing it like a mask. Pleasure to meet you, my dearest Ro. I didn't sense him coming at all. He caught me completely by surprise. Me too. There was no way. I couldn't have noticed something like that standing close to me. Maybe I hit my head a little too hard during that fight. In any case, nothing good ever came of humoring weirdos. I tried walking around the child, but he stepped in front of me again, blocking my way. I've wanted to meet you for so long. There hasn't been a single moment I wasn't thinking of you. Out of my way. Come now, aren't you being a little rude? Deciding I'd tolerate the boy no more, I wordlessly swung a brick at him. Bro, 0 to 100 real fast. Bro, what's gotten into you? Who the hell are you? You don't know? Oh, how cruel. I'm your friend. How do you know my name? I remained incredulous of his words. His suspicious tone lowered to a whisper. My name's Mamiya. Mamiya? Oh my, have you seriously forgotten about me, Ro? Another swing from my brick. Ro, at least hear me out. Find someone else. Gosh, you're so violent. It has me worried about your future. You could have killed me with that thing. I'm home. You just left? Welcome back, Ro. Are you okay? Yeah, just wait here. I'll go fix something for dinner. Okay. Today had been unusual, to say the least. I saved a man from drowning, got jumped by some thug, and met a crazy unhinged child. It tastes great. Glad to hear it. Yet a single look at Midori made all my exhaustion melt away. Midori watched her favorite TV show while wolfing down the rice omelet I'd made her. Oh, that sounds good. I want a rice omelet. You've got some ketchup on your face. Okay, you got it off. Rido? Yeah? You think Mom will be late again? That's what I've heard. I see. It'd be nice if she came home early for a change. Yeah. Our mother never... Ooh, way to ruin a moment, dyslexia. Alright. Our mother never showed up that night. Midori fell asleep around 9. I took her in my arms and carried her off to the futon. By the time I slipped her under the covers, she was already fast asleep. I guess I should also hit the sack. It'd been a tiring day. But tomorrow another day would come and I'd once again have to move. Considering how boring my life was, I didn't feel like I'd leave anything behind. Good morning, Ro! It's such a beautiful morning. Look how blue the sky is, and even the birds are chirping. Let's have ourselves a great day. Hey, stop throwing things at me! You're trespassing on private property. Don't say that, we're family. Excuse me? I mean, I'm your father. Wait a minute. Hold on. You can call me Dad. Let's not do that. Or is that too embarrassing for someone your age? Would you prefer father? You can call me Father, Ro. So what's your plan for today? I know it's important to let your hair down from time to time, but don't neglect your studies either. Oh, God. What is wrong with this guy? Ah, Ro. Minato. Oh, is that a friend of yours, Ro? Oh, you look even angrier than usual. Your brows are more wrinkled than a raisin. He's right, you know. It'll leave a mark when you get older. And whose fault do you think that is? Huh? Sorry, Ro. Did I do something? Just tell it to me straight if I did. I wasn't talking to you. Really? I don't see anyone else here. Ah, we're seeing visions. Anyone that messes with Ro will have to deal with. Well, what? Ro, what's wrong? Ro? I started running. Why? Because I came to the sudden realization that annoying demon child. Come on, Ro, don't you think it's rude to just run off without saying anything to your friend? Was visible only to me. He kept up with me for a while, but I ultimately managed to shake him off after taking a few sharp turns. I leaned against the wall and allowed my breathing to slow even out. Why was I the only one seeing him? Had I finally gone insane? Or maybe I'd been abnormal all along and just didn't realize it. An unpleasant memory flashed into my mind for a split second, but I couldn't quite remember when or where it was from. Doesn't your shift start soon? He was just there. It was like he appeared out of thin air. Perhaps Minato was right. Maybe I was just tired. What's wrong? Don't you need to hurry? Hearing that silly voice of his made me deeply regret even trying to take this seriously. In any case, I cut my thoughts off and headed to work. I'm working. Get lost. I feel like I gotta give him some kind of voice. What do you think? The bunny head? Huh? But I don't see you work. I want to see you work so I can etch it into my memory. Just don't speak to me, okay? Okay. Miraculously enough, I somehow managed to keep a straight face during my shift. Boss, I think we're out of oil. Ah! You're that guy from the beach! Wow, what a coincidence! I step into a random donut shop and run into you of all people? Oh, and here's your towel, by the way. I never got a chance to give it back. You shouldn't have bothered. The smell of detergent wafted through my nostrils as I took the towel from him. Looking up, I saw him staring with expectant eyes that just ended up irritating me. I'm really grateful for what you did earlier. Would you mind telling me your name? Look. Kikuchi, you can start your break if you want. Your sister should be here soon. Oh, were you in the middle of something? So your name is Kikuchi. It's Kikuchiro. And I'm so Keito. I really appreciate what you did for me yesterday. Oh, Suo. Sorry, my bad. Suo Keito. He really is that guy from the beach. He really is that guy from the beach. I can't believe it. That quote from Sailor Moon lives in my head rent free. That's the superior dub of Sailor Moon. The original? Yeah. I really should thank you somehow, but I haven't brought anything. Do you like donuts they sell here? Oh, so not a fan of sweets, I take it. In that case, listen. Ru loves strawberry donuts. Hey. Oh, I see. What a relief. Nice to meet you. Midori. Do you remember me? You two saved my life yesterday. Yep. Would you mind if I drop by sometime again? Seriously? Of course not. We don't mind at all, right, Ro? Thank you, you're too kind. Whatever, do what you want. So touchy. Midori, I came to pick you up. Aww. So cute. Ro, look. What is it? A stone! Oh god. Huh, that's a peculiar color. My niece also likes to pick up rocks and show them to me. I don't know why. It's very beautiful. Yep. Midori was a little different from other children. She'd wear a raincoat even on sunny days, making her inadvertently stand out. You love rocks? Favorite rocks in the chat. Go. On top of that, she disliked being part of groups. She ended up getting kind of isolated in her class. Our niece is a witch, confirmed. Absolutely. Runs in the family, man. It's in the bloodline. Speaking of which, what happened to the purse I made the other day? Oh, it got torn up. How? It got caught in a branch. I see. I'm sorry, Ro. You should have told me sooner. I can fix it for you. Thanks! Looking at the clean cut on the purse, I could easily tell it was done by scissors. Aww. I wish he'd open up to me about these things. Is she getting bullied? I'll fight them. I'll jump in the computer. I could easily put those kids in their place, no problem. But maybe that's exactly why she keeps it to herself. Selenite? Is a good rock? Which one is selenite? I don't even know. I stuck a needle into the torn cloth while mentally sighing in my own violent impulses. Wait, I walked away for 2 seconds for sauerkraut. Who are we fighting? You have a can of sauerkraut too? Oh my god. My friends have been calling me insane because I had sauerkraut for New Year's, right? Like as a tradition. But like, what do you do with the rest of the sauerkraut when New Year's is over? I just eat it out of the jar. And my friends think I'm crazy. So, anyways. Dude, we're making pot roast with the leftover. Dude, if I knew how to make a pot roast, I would do the same thing, but I don't. You know? I just eat it out of the can. These look nice. Hey, Ro, want to stop by our place on our way home? No, can do. I've got work. Okay, then how about late at night? You're free after Midori falls asleep, right? I'll call the guys over and we'll have a good time. It's been ages. You also eat it out of the jar? Okay, good. You also eat sauerkraut out of the jar? That's all I need to know. Just so I'm not crazy. Huh? You're working nights on top of that donut shop? Are you still in high school? It's not that difficult to falsify your information. Okay. This man gives me strong Sasuke energy. Don't you think you're overworking yourself? I mean, I get that you have Midori to think about, but still, you need to take better care of yourself. I don't have much to offer, but if you're having a hard time, I could... No need. This isn't about Midori. Well, if you say so. But still, try to find some time for us to hang out. I just might start sulking otherwise, you know? Okay. Geez, at least pick up on the joke. Talk about embarrassing. Anyway, good luck at work. Thanks. Lacrosse club training has been pretty tiring, even if I've fallen asleep during class a few times. Lacrosse! We never had lacrosse where I was growing up, especially Japanese class. Our teacher's voice is so soothing and mellow, it just makes you doze off immediately. And that's usually when it hits me with a question. The last time it happened, I totally panicked, and no one in class helped me out. Could you imagine? And that was kind of your own fault, though. Also, I'm busy right now. Wow, talk about being brutally honest. But it's not like you never doze off during class, do you? That's none of your business. See what I mean? You should take classes seriously. Look, I'd love to stay awake, but I've been feeling so drowsy all the time lately. Oh my god, he's like me for real. Oh, that's me at work. You even yawned yourself. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I saw you. No, you didn't. My habits are really rubbing off on you. Ouch, hey, why'd you punch me? You laughed. Jeez. Are you the Suo I've been hearing so much about? Huh? Wow, you really are as tall as I've heard. Around 190 centimeters, give or take a few? Must be a real pain on trans... What? Well, Ro? What is 190 centimeters in, American? What is that in feet? If anybody would care to do the math on that. Uh-huh. Jeez, is that how you're gonna introduce me? I'm Tojo Minato, Ro's childhood friend. Tojo Minato. For a few brief moments, Suo studied Minato with eyes full of disbelief. I see. Could you stop staring like that? Hey, Ro, is he always like this? No. Oh, I'm sorry. You just look a lot like someone I know, so. You're the math sister, not me. You're. Look, man, I don't know the conversion of centimeters to feet and inches, okay? That's not off the dome. That's not off the top of my head. Jeez, that was a joke, okay? Follow up on it, you'll just make me look like an idiot. You two seem pretty close. Well, we've known each other for ages. Minato slipped his arm over my shoulder with a smile. He was stronger than he looked, so I couldn't pull myself away. Well, we're not that close. Come on, no need to be shy about it. Oh, hi Minato. Midori! Minato let go of me and rushed to Midori as soon as he saw her. Even Suo was amazed by how quickly his attitude changed. I haven't seen you in ages, Midori. How have you been? Great. I love you, Minato. I love you too, Midori. Just ignore him. He's always like this. Right. It's gotten late. Are you hungry, Midori? Yes! Then let's go. I'll see you around, Suo. Oh, okay. You're not leaving? Sorry, I am. What's wrong? To tell the truth, I had a fight with my mother this morning. It wasn't anything serious, but I said some awful things in the spur of the moment, and I kind of don't want to go home. The puppy-eyed look Suo gave me didn't match his tall, imposing stature at all. Please, Ro, can I stay with you just a little while longer? Little Midori can stay too. You're hungry, right? I can treat you to something, so... Suo. Yes? Putting off problems only makes them worse. I mean, he's not wrong. But still. I know. Hold on a sec. Suo kept his gray eyes fixed on the ground. He looked like he was about to cry. Sighing, I took out a pen and paper from my bag and hastily jotted down a few lines. Here you go. What's this? I handed him a single sheet of paper. Is this a note? It's a letter. Oh. Suo straightened himself and began studying the piece of paper in his hands. I stopped him just as he was about to open it. Don't read it here. Why? You have to read it at home. That's my one condition for giving it to you. Got it? I didn't hear your answer. Yes, got it. His response came with the speed and strength I'd expect for someone in a sports club. Kinda made me smile, honestly. Wait, I mean... I'll be waiting for your reply. Okay. I'll see you again tomorrow. You too, Midori. Bye-bye, Kaito. This guy again. Okay. I'll make him British. How about that? That's the happiest click of the tongue I've ever heard from you. Shut up. Look, I know how it feels not wanting to go home, but he's not like me. I know. You're special. You think? Exactly what part of me is supposed to be special? Oh, trust me. You're definitely special. To everyone around you. And most of all, to me. Let's go home, Ro. Ro, bathroom's ready. Got it. You can wait for me in the room. I need to dry my hair. There should be a hairdryer in there. Okay, my hair is also drying. If you couldn't tell. Alright, time for a bath, I guess. I'm home. Oh, the mother. She's here. The door opened with a creak, and a lone woman staggered into the room. Her face was flushed bright red, and not even her thick layer of makeup could do much to hide it. It was our mother. Welcome back. Hand me some water, Ro. I gave her a glass of water I'd prepared in advance. I focused on cleaning up the dishes, careful not to frown at the stretch of alcohol that wafted from her mouth with every chuckle. God, I can't get changed by myself. Help me, Ro. I stopped washing the plates and wiped my hands. Turning around, I saw a half-naked woman on the floor smiling at me. Hurry. With no other choice left, I started undressing her. First, I pulled down her skirt and folded it up. Next came the stockings. While I did all this, she simply continued to smile. She must have had a good day, judging by the expression on her face. The smell of alcohol soaked into her clothes. It made my head hurt. Thanks, Ro. You're such a good boy. Anyway, I'm off to bed. After changing into her pajamas, the woman patted me on the head and staggered toward her room with a can of beer in her hand. I felt sick to my stomach. That bath couldn't come soon enough. But just as I stood up and headed for the bathroom, her attitude did a sudden 180. Huh? The hell are you doing in my room? Damn, I forgot Midori was in her room. Having finished drying her hair, she must have lain down for a quick nap on her mother's bed. However, when she walked in, my mother immediately, and without a hint of restraint, kicked Midori off the bed. No! Why is everybody so mean to this little girl? Aww. You think crying will make it okay? God, you're such an annoying little brat. Then she threw the can at her. Oh! You know, there are some fictional characters you just want to, like, throw hands with. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. What are you staring at? Want to say something, Ro? Ro, whatever. I'm off to bed. You clean this mess up. I didn't hear you. I'll clean it up. Ro, I'm surprised you'd shown up even at a time like... Oh, I'm surprised you show up even at a time like this. Wow. I was worried you might be sad. I'm already used to it. Is it always like this? Yeah, she's our mother. You poor thing. Shut up. Children can't choose where they're born. Shut the hell up. Yeah, I was never given a choice, and I couldn't change anything. So don't come talking to me about alternate possibilities. It just frustrates the hell out of me. It makes me wish I could do something. I knelt down on the alcohol-covered floor. Why do I have to do this? The others don't. Why? I don't want to think about it. So don't make me. That's why I'm here. I heard Mamiya's voice from above me. Looking up, all I saw was the same old rabbit head with its unreadable expression. Children can't choose their homes. But I choose you. Do you understand me, Ro? I need you. You were chosen. What a load of crap. Joe. It's so stupid. I kept wiping the floor over and over, but the smell of alcohol never left my nose. We're done for the day. You can go home. Thank you. And here's your pay. Thanks. It's getting late. Head straight home, kiddo. Will do. Alright. God, I'm freezing. I can't believe you're totally fine with your sleeves rolled up like that. Want me to hold your hand? You look kind of happy. Something happen? Nothing much. Come on, I've known you for ages. I know something's going on. Tell me. I'm almost there. What? Well, I have no idea what that means, but I'm happy for you anyway. Ouch. Hey, I didn't hit you that hard, did I? Almost there. What are you almost there? Hi, Do. I didn't see you. I see you working hard as usual. Yeah. I don't see Midori around, though. She only had morning classes and left early. Oh, I see. Okay, let's head out. And so the other person playing the same position as me. Huh? What'd you just say? Please stop. Oh, is there a fight? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, ha ha ha. I have to go. Hey! Oh? Are you alright? Here, you can use this wet tissue to wipe your face. Is something wrong? Can you move? You don't have to do this. Please, just leave me alone. But, shut up. You didn't help when they were punching me. Just leave. Let's go. I wonder why some people do things like that. Don't think too much about it. You're right. Thank you. Still, violence is the one thing I just can't overlook. Only cowards rely on brute force like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm heading this way, so... Oh, fidgeting, Suo gave me a couple of furtive glances. After a few moments, he finally mustered up the courage to act and promptly took something out of his bag. Yeah. I wrote you a reply. When I tried to open the letter, Suo motioned for me to stop. I thought we agreed to read these at home. We did, didn't we? Guess you're right. Anyway, I'll be awaiting your reply. Right. Promise me you'll do it. Yeah, sure, whatever. Read him at home, huh? I sure don't want to go home, though. What did you write on the first letter? Is that why, like, at the beginning you had to choose a different person, and, like, you choose a different person, you get a different perspective? Is that what they mean? Is that what that was? I carefully opened the door, but my eyes widened when I saw shoes in the foyer. I didn't think she'd be back so soon. A pair of gaudy high heels lay next to Midori's tiny shoes. In other words, she and my mother were alone in the house. Straining my ears, I heard a faint sound from the other side of the door. I had a bad feeling about this. Midori! I flung the door open without even bothering to arrange the shoes, and was met with a hellish sight. Why do you even exist? It's all your fault. I'm sorry. A room littered with beer cans, a coat and various pieces of discarded clothing strewn over the floor, and in the center of it all was my drunk mother hitting an almost naked Midori. Oh, what's happening? I tried to pull my mother away, but she could... but the cold glare she threw my way made me stop in my tracks. Udo. Are you also going to get in my way? All you ever do is protect this half-witted brat. Midori was desperately gasping for air. Beneath her wrinkled shirt, I could see several large bruises. It's always like this. You're saying it's my fault? Why doesn't anything go my way? Why isn't Osamu here? For a moment, I doubted my own ears. That name Osamu triggered something in my brain. My mother let go of Midori and jumped on me instead. Too distracted to properly react, I ended up underneath her. Ro, answer me! The world was an unfair place. The parents you were born to end up shaping your life a great deal. No matter your efforts, and regardless of how hard you try to live a good life, they always pull you back down to their level. I was born to a low-life mother, and nothing in the world would change that. It was a stigma I have to carry for the rest of my life. Why does it have to be like that? My mother continued pummeling me. I saw Midori trembling behind her, clearly on the verge of passing out. You don't have to watch this. I'm used to the pain. I'd rather she hit me than you. Why? Taking my weakened mother's fist with no resistance, I slowly directed my gaze toward the window. Oh, the day was about to end. A metallic taste spread across my mouth. Probably a wound inside my mouth. Nothing to worry about, though. Pretending I didn't feel the pain, I stood up and rinsed my mouth in the bathroom. The face I saw reflected in the mirror had been swollen beyond recognition. Sorry, I'm gonna drink some tea. People at school were gonna start rumors about me having another fight, and then I'd have to endure their cold gazes all over again. What a pain in the ass. The bathroom was dark, almost like a solitary confinement cell. Water continued to pour from the tap. I'd yet to turn it off. Nothing had changed. I would never escape this. Suddenly I felt a sharp pain in my chest. Ugh. Looking in the mirror, it became clear I wasn't doing too hot. I closed my eyes as tightly as I could, attempting to stifle the pain. Why? Why did I have to deal with this all alone? Joe? You again? Let's run away, Ro. Huh? The hell are you talking about? Cut the crap. I'm dead serious. Run away with me. Mamiya extended his hand toward me. I almost took it. But in the end, I gritted my teeth and pushed him away. I'm not running. Ever. But you're in pain. I'm not. Not one to be easily dissuaded, Mamiya went on. It's okay to run from your pain. Come with me. Let's escape. Together. I looked up. Mamiya continued to wait as I hesitated. I slowly took his hands. Oh. Huh? Let me take a moment. One moment. Okay. Alright. So something's happening. I'm still very confused by literally everything. I don't know what's going on. Before I knew it, Mamiya had embraced me. What? It's okay. I know how much you've done. You should be more proud of yourself. I've got nothing to be proud of. But you do. I know how much you've endured. I was the only one capable of seeing him. For the rest of the world, he didn't even exist. And yet I felt genuine warmth emanating from his body. I slowly wrapped my arms around him. He had a weight to him, too. IDK, what's going on? Are they better trust the bunny? I don't know if I trust the bunny yet. I don't know. I can't tell if he's, like, evil or not. I mean, guess we'll find out. I'm getting, like, horror vibes, but also wholesome. Like a wholesome horror movie. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, which is probably why I'm confused. For the first time in forever, I let my guard down from someone else. I went back to that room and cleaned up the mess of discarded clothes and beer cans. Midori was sleeping in the corner, so I picked her up and carried her back to her room. Her face was covered in dried tears and drool. I put pajamas over her underwear and slipped her in underneath the futon. Oh, I nearly forgot I received a letter from Suo earlier today. I took his envelope out of my bag. He must have brought it to some random general store. It was, of course, blue in color, just like his hair. Turo, thank you for your letter. I couldn't wait to read what you'd written, so I ended up rushing back home. When I placed my hand on the doorknob, though, I hesitated for a moment. I was scared to face my mother. But then I remembered what you told me about delaying problems, so I mustered all my courage and opened the door. My mother welcomed me with her usual smile. Feeling guilty, I immediately apologized for what I said earlier that morning. She looked surprised for a moment, but then praised me for admitting my fault. It felt a little embarrassing, to be honest. I mean, I'm almost a grown-up already. I should have just known to apologize. In the end, I'm glad I did. It's all thanks to you, Ro. You've done more for me than you can imagine. I mean, he literally saved you on the beach. Like, actually saved your life. So, you asked me in your letter whether I'd apologized. And my answer is yes. I believe it's now my turn to ask a question. What's your favorite dish? P.S. Mine's gratin and peaches. What? Is it gratin? Gratin? I don't know what that is. I mean, I've heard the name before, but I don't actually know what it is. I'd broken into a smile without even realizing it. I'd better write a reply before our next meetup. Mamiya's kindness and Suo's single-mindedness. They made me forget the throbbing pain in my cheeks, allowing me to drift off into a peaceful sleep. What do you think this is, Midori? Gratin is a potato thing, I think. It's pronounced gratin? Gratin? That's what I thought too. So is it potatoes? I thought it was like grains or something. Like, you know what malto meal is? I thought it was something like that. But I don't know. Suo pulled out a white envelope. Excited and starry-eyed, Midori immediately grabbed it, just as he had expected. Surprise! They're tickets to the amusement park. Huh? Where'd you get those? They're from a friend of my father's. Say, do you like amusement parks, Midori? Midori gave such an enthusiastic nod, I worried she might hurt herself. Seeing that, Suo's lips curled into a wide grin. That's great! It wouldn't have been so much fun to go on my own. Seeing the two of them have such a cheery conversation filled me with relief. Maybe I really could entrust her to him. Alright, listen. Midori can be a bit hard to control at times, but she's fine if you hold her hand. And although it rarely ever happens, if she ends up throwing a tantrum, make sure to... What are you talking about? I have 3 tickets here. Look, No. I've got work. Oh. I exhaled a sigh. They were both giving me the classic puppy dog eyes. I guess I should be off work next Sunday. I can't wait! All I know is potatoes au gratin is delicious, and nothing like malto-meal. What is it like then? If it's not like malto-meal, I thought it was like oatmeal. It's just potato? Oh, I like his sweater. Stylish. Wow. You all right, Ro? Yeah. Midori really went all out in there. I'm sorry, Ro. It's all right. It's just been a while. I plopped down on a nearby bench. Suo, being considerate as usual, brought me a drink. I would love to join them, especially after seeing them so worried. But truth be told, I still felt a little sick. Can you look after her for me, Suo? Of course, don't worry. I'll make sure she has enough fun for both of you. When I heaved a sigh of relief, Suo and Midori exchanged looks and chuckled. I haven't seen her smile like that in ages. You could do with a bit more smiling yourself, Ro. Come on, I have plenty of fun as it is. Smiling is good for your health, though. They say it lowers stress. Just give it a try. He tried. He's trying his best. Mamiya seemed decently satisfied by the forced, awkward-looking smile I gave him. Amusement parks bring back lots of memories for me. I've never been fond of overly crowded places, but for whatever reason, I don't remember ever coming here with my mother, but... Oh, that's right. Midori wasn't with me either. I went all by myself. Wait, did I really? No, I think there was someone else with me. An adult. Are you feeling better from that coffee cup ride now? Yeah. Then let's go for a ride on the merry-go-round next. Hey, Mamiya. I staggered to my feet as Mamiya started pulling me by the hand. We headed straight for the merry-go-round. Only a few people were waiting in line, so we could go on almost immediately. Wait, Mamiya, I said I don't want to ride this. Come on, everyone's waiting for you. The horses won't stop until you get on one. Urged by Mamiya, I reluctantly climbed on top of a horse. It was the only black horse, surrounded by a bunch of white ones. Oh, the artwork. Good choice. That's a quality breed. A strong, proud animal. Mamiya acted almost like he knew the thing. Despite finding this whole situation ridiculous, I still felt a tinge of excitement when I realized I'd managed to pick a reliable steed. You know this horse? Of course I do. It's been through many a battle, guiding his master to countless victories. It's pretty well known, actually. Are you sure? It's okay for me to pick this horse? You're getting the wrong idea, Ro. It's the opposite. The horse picked you. Really? Horses are smart animals. They're able to gauge the capacity of a human being. Ro, you're the only one worthy of that horse. You're the next hero in the world waiting. It's waiting for. After confirming that everyone had gotten on their horses, the attendant headed to the control box. Lights flared up all around us. There was a cup prism in the middle that reflected the light everywhere. Mamiya got on the horse next to mine, looking like a loyal vassal waiting for his king's orders. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth. After images of light appeared in darkness every time I blinked. I mean, where? Mamiya looked at me straight in the eye. Always there, right next to your heart. The horses sprang into motion with the sound of the buzzer. Reminds me of that horse in the Nancy Drew game, the one about the carousel horses. That was a good one. That was, I forget, what was that one called? I forget. Didn't we have to like get a ring off of the carousel or something? The announcement finally snapped me back to reality. The other guest appeared to have already dismounted. I jumped off my horse and patted its neck. It felt like plastic, and yet I could sense warmth coming from it. I gave its back another meaningful stroke, like someone saying goodbye to a loyal companion they'd braved countless hurdles with. Ro, where on earth have you been? So, and Midori too. We went on the roller coaster. I thought my heart would jump out of my chest when it brought us to the top. I want to go again. You do? Really? Wow, you're braver than I am. Why didn't you go with her? Can't be much fun sitting on this bench all day. I haven't had this much fun in my life. Huh? I love amusement parks. I'm really glad I came. Thanks for inviting me, Suo. I'm having lots of fun too. It's getting a bit late though. And let's make the Ferris wheel our last ride. I bet it's beautiful around this time of day. When our turn came, we all boarded the metal cabin. You don't look too comfortable here. Yeah, it happens to me all the time. I'm used to it though. Tall people problems. You're so small, Ro. I guess. Wow, it's so beautiful, Ro. Kato, look. It really is pretty. Do you think we can see our house from here? I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Midori's excitement made me look out the window. The scenery really was utterly breathtaking. The evening sun had painted the cityscape orange, and people around the level seemed like tiny ants. It reminded me of a diorama I'd seen long ago. Yet even in this small, artificial-looking world, people would continue living their lives. From up here, our everyday struggles felt strangely inconsequential. Did you have fun? Suo turned toward me, his features darkened by black light. Yeah. The sun shone directly into my eyes, forcing me to squint. From Suo's angle, I must have looked pretty ridiculous. Me and my parents used to go to the amusement park all the time, and we'd always leave the Ferris wheel for last. When I first looked out at the city from above, I couldn't believe how small and beautiful it was. My mom and dad still got along really well back in those days, and tons of fun. I remember not wanting to go home. I wish I could have just stayed on that Ferris wheel forever. Ugh, sorry, I need water. It's a lot of reading. So you see, I wanted both you and Midori to have the same experience. I see. I appreciate it. Glad to hear that. Smiling, Suo tilted his head to the side. It made me feel somewhat wistful. He seemed to have noticed how exhausted I was. I was supposed to be looking after them, not the other way around. I averted my eyes out of embarrassment when... Hey, Suo? Oh. Hello there. Who are you? Who the hell? Oh. Is this gonna get scary? Suo and Midori had been right next to me until a moment ago, but now, they were nowhere to be found. Instead, I saw an unfamiliar man sitting in front of me. Wait a second. Do I really not know him? I've been waiting for you. Minato? No, that can't be. He'd never have this kind of intimidating aura. I felt a shudder make its way down my spine. I was short of breath and drenched in sweat. Who the hell was he? And why did I... Do you remember me? I'm so happy. All sorts of images flashed through my mind. Flowing liquid. The screeching of metal. The taste of blood. There's no need to be afraid. Painting a merciless arc, the Ferris wheel continued to rise. I just want to talk. I was trapped in here. Mamiya! Yeah, Mamiya. Ro, are you okay? You need to calm down. Suo? Are you okay? You suddenly collapsed. Midori. I'm sorry. This is my fault for suggesting we ride the Ferris wheel. I'm sorry. No, you're wrong, Suo. I enjoyed it. I really did. You don't have to apologize. I'm not lying. I had the time of my life. Okay. I have more questions, and I have not received any answers this entire time. Look, it's Kikuchi. Why'd he even bother coming in? He's only got one class left. Damn, that glare. Minato, you didn't go to the amusement park yesterday, did you? An amusement park? No, I didn't. Why do you ask? No reason. Wait, did you actually go? Wow, talk about unusual. Was it fun? Yeah. I was just about to answer him like that, when the events of the Ferris wheel flashed into my mind. Well, I suppose it's exhausting to be surrounded by so many people. It's easier to relax at places you're familiar with. Actually, it was plenty fun. Oh, really? Glad to hear that, I guess. Minato, Crap, I'm gonna be late for my part-time job. Sorry, I gotta run. See you around. Sure. Today was one of the few weekdays I don't have a shift. Midori only had morning classes, but the school contacted me that she'd gone home by herself. I did some shopping at the supermarket, passed by my usual way home, and instead took another path. Good. They were still there. I'd been wanting these shoes for a while now. Their sporty yet refined design really caught my eye. Oh, so he is a fashionista. Okay. They remind me of a little tin toy car I wanted as a kid. Try saying that 10 times fast. I just wanted to have them, partly to make peace with my past self. I was originally planning to buy them tomorrow, but now that I saw the actual article, kinda got worried someone else might buy them before that. Besides, I just so happened to have some time on my hands. Alright. There was an envelope hidden in one of the drawers of my desk. I could go get it right away. Preparing for dinner would have to wait, but still. Okay, don't go anywhere now. I'll come back for you. I'm home. Welcome back, Ro. Oh, why was she already home? I didn't hear you. I'm home. Look at this, Ro. I bought a new bag. Where the hell did she get the money for that? She wouldn't even leave enough for Midori's food, so how? God, I've been wanting this for so long. And then I got this unexpected bonus. Aren't I the luckiest? I had a really bad feeling about the way she said that. Oh, did she take his money? I immediately rushed to the room and rummaged through my drawers. Yep. It wasn't there. I couldn't find it anywhere. The money I'd been saving for so long was gone. You only have yourself to blame, Ro. I mean, who keeps all their valuables in a drawer? You should really be smarter than that. When you've cash like that out in the open drawers, it only makes sense I'd take it, you know? Ooh! Look. Just give this boy his shoes! I felt a sudden urge to kill the bitch on the spot. Okay, yeah, well, wow. But if I did that, what would happen to Midori? She'd be left without a mother. I mean, she's not much of a mother in the first place. Anyways, her brother would become a criminal. Oh, yeah, there's that too. I couldn't force Midori into a situation like that. So in the end, I simply gritted my teeth and clenched my fist hard enough for my nails to bite deep into my palm. So this was how people were driven to suicide. The pain accumulated, and one day, you would just snap. Hello? Why is it always like this? No matter how hard I try, I can't fight the environment I was born into. Why? Look at me, Ro. Mommy was holding a tiny little toy car made of tin. Is this... It was the same one I'd seen in the toy shop as a kid. How come you have this? In place of an answer, he simply pressed a finger against my lips to silence me. It's going to be our little secret, Ro. I nearly choked up. I'd given up on this so long ago. I had accepted that it would be forever beyond my reach. I acted as though I'd forgotten all about it. But I'd never actually given up. The desire remained buried deep inside me, perpetually unfulfilled. Thank you, mamiya. I clutched the little card firmly to my chest. Rust and wear aside, it was the most important thing I'd ever owned. A genuine treasure. I swore I wouldn't show it to anyone. Huh? Ro? Suo? What's in your hands? It was the toy car I'd received from mamiya. Oh, nothing. Hey, I saw you hide something just now. Look, I said it's nothing, okay? Come on, you know you can show me. I told you to piss off. Okay. Oh, now I done it. I actually hit him. Why? The air froze around us. There was nothing left, only emptiness. Almost like a balloon popped. Suo stared back at me. He was holding his hand to the reddened cheek while his body trembled all over. His eyes reflected bitter disbelief along with fear, and a tinge of disappointment. I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran. Weren't you the one who said earlier you can't run from your problems? Good sir. I didn't mean to actually hit him. He looked at me with the exact same way my classmates always did. I didn't even know he could make a face like that. Ro, it's always like this. I act before I think. It doesn't matter how hard I try to fix things. Nothing ever works out. I'm a piece of trash. I was born into this and I can't change it. Ro. Mamiya. I'm here. Mamiya. Let's go home, Ro. Mamiya, what should I do? It's simple, Ro. You have to live with yourself. I have to live with myself? Yes, be honest with your desires. What do you really want to do? There's no need to overthink this. Your true nature will emerge when you don't stress over every single decision you make. Giving into my emotions, I acted without thinking. I dodged the fist of a man 2 heads taller than me and swung my iron pipe at his back. He cried out, his back arched from the pain. He seemed to have been the last one. I took a quick look around and saw no one else approaching. And the ones I'd already knocked down would already be standing anytime soon. Oh, wait, what? The only thing moving was the flow of blood. Damn. This guy's hardcore. Once again, the air itself felt dead. I could barely remember the last time I lived freely. And today was just as hard as it had ever been. I desperately tried to inhale. It's just like you said, mamiya. This is me. This is who I am. Seeing the blood dance in the air after every swing of my pipe made it easier to breathe. Hey, Ro. We haven't been back to practice judo in ages. Want to do it today? I walked off, completely ignoring Minato. But he kept following me. I know you haven't been to the dojo in a while. Sensei told me to bring you along next time I went. I'm totally out of shape now, so I was having a bit of a hard time doing everything. Just go by yourself, I'm not interested. You're in my way. Ro, wait! Minato grabbed my arm. The strength of his grip surprised me. You've been acting weird lately. How so? How? You mean you can't tell? Don't you remember what we've been taught? Strength exists for self-defense, not hurting others. I know you take down thugs that pick a fight with you, but it's all been in self-defense. For these past couple days, though, you've been actively going after them. I had no idea what I was talking about. My mind was filled with the incessant sound of metal clashing against metal. It drowned out everything else, making it difficult to process what Minato was saying. Come on, throw that pipe away. It doesn't make you look cool. Step aside. No. You're in my way. What's changed you, Ro? I'm telling you, for the last time, step aside. My body moved by itself. I lifted my pipe and was about to swing it straight into Minato. Do it! Oh. You can hit me too. He wasn't running away. Instead of closing his eyes, he firmly locked gazes with me. This is stupid. I lowered the pipe and shook off Minato's hand as his grip weakened. Ro! I wasn't born in a nice place where such platitudes actually apply. Platitudes? Now that's a word. I stopped going to school. I didn't feel like seeing anyone. All everyone did was give me judgmental looks anyway. I hit people to breathe. Before I knew it, that iron pipe started feeling like a natural extension of my hand. I hit their arms, their stomachs, their shins, and their heads. That's all right. You've got the right to choose the world that's easier for you. You're special. Mamiya's words had an encouraging ring to them. I could choose the world I live in. And in that moment, I felt like I'd just been set free from all my shackles. How long it had been since I stopped being honest with myself. I evened out my breathing and looked up at the sky, listening to the howl of the cold December wind. It had been painted crimson. The iron pipe in my hand reflected the evening sun. I felt like the blood splattered all over. It resented me. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust the bunny. He seems like devil's advocate, you know? I don't know if he's good or bad, but he's an instigator. Or something. I should go home. As I walked along the footbridge, dragging my pipe behind me, I came upon a familiar man. Suo! Ro. Suo. You need to stop this. It isn't you. No, you saw all that? I was just passing by and... Suo, if this isn't me, then what is it? Who am I really? Well, you don't speak much and always look angry, but in truth, you're kind and considerate of others. That's who you really are. That's only what you want to see in me. Don't push your ideals on me. I respected you. You should never resort to violence. It's wrong. And you're saying you're right? Huh? Uh-oh. 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 Nothing good comes with an angle like this. All you do is offer half-hearted consolations. It's satisfying your own hypocrisy. The right way to live? But I've never hurt anybody that day. What did you think happened to the man you tried to save? Nothing's changed. He's still a living punching bag. All your actions and your superior attitude did was hurt his pride even more. Don't you get it? Your hypocrisy Your hypocrisy is in and of itself a form of violence. There it is. Admit your faults, Suo. No. You're the one who's wrong. Give me a break. You have no idea how I feel. I'm the kind of person that punches first and asks questions later. The exact kind you hate. I was born like this. It's in my genes. I'm different from you in every conceivable way. Oh, we came home at the same time for a change. Hey, what's the matter with you? At least greet me when you walk in. What is this audio? And why is the sink filled with dirty dishes? It's your job to do them. Shut the hell up. What? What did you just say? Try saying that again. Who do you think feeds you and lets you go to school, huh? Come on, I'm not hearing you. I didn't choose. I didn't choose to be born into this household. Huh? Children can't pick their families. Neither I nor Midori had a choice. Oh, I see how it is. God, this sucks. Nothing ever good coming from having that damn kid. I wish she'd never been born. I'd go through every goddamn day thinking that, you know? I knew. that I'd only been using my mother as an excuse for my personality. But even without all that, I'd still be trash. The iron pipe screeched against the floor. Oh no. I felt the blood under my fingernails tingle. I was hopeless. Completely beyond help. I knew it would come to this sooner or later. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. Ah. How long had I been hitting her for? At first she resisted, but the more I did it, the weaker she got. Until she stopped moving altogether. Her blood mixing in with her froth created a strange, indescribable goo. She was still alive, though only barely. Maybe I should put her out of her misery. That sounds like a good idea. I heard a voice from somewhere, and I agreed with it wholeheartedly. With her gone, I'd have nothing else to worry about. Midori's abuse would stop. She'd finally be able to smile all the time. I was confident I could patch things up with Suo, too. It would solve all my problems. I lifted my iron pipe. It had become so red you could no longer see the rust and dried blood apart. It was time to clean up the trash and secure the bright future of both Midori and myself. Ro? A voice rang out from behind me. That same lovely voice that called my name countless times. Midori. Oh. Oh. Midori's ear-piercing scream filled the entirety of our house. It's okay, Midori. You don't have to suffer anymore. She won't hurt you ever again. Aren't you happy? Stay away! Midori slapped my hand away. It was the first time she'd ever rejected me. Midori's voice grew unrecognizably hoarse, yet still she continued to scream. A flood of tears covered her entire face. She was no longer looking at me as her brother. I staggered through the streets, letting the heavy rain beat down on me. I had no direction in mind. Suo and Midori had both rejected me. I had no place left in the world. So where was I supposed to go? The iron pipe in my hand felt heavier and heavier. It was like it was gradually soaking up the rain. I had nowhere to go. No place to call home. No one to trust or rely on. I had nothing. Mamiya. It didn't matter to me if the world ended. My existence was entirely too minuscule for me to perceive matters of that scale. I had my hands full with protecting what was right in front of me. Oh, hello. Ro, do you want me to save you from this world? Mamiya, I don't know what to do anymore. All you've got to do is imagine that this is all a wonderland. A wonderland? Recall the happiest memories of your life, buried deep within your subconscious. You'll never get sick of the coffee cup right here, and you've got balloons to fill the whole of the sky. The shimmering attractions, the rainbow-colored candies, they all belong to you. That sounds like fun. You bet it does. I'm tired. I see. So tired. Then let us go. Come, Ro. Mamiya waits in the trichiliocosm? Trichiliocosm? I'm gonna have to look that word up later. The moment Mamiya uttered those words, my consciousness grew hazy. My cold fingers and trembling lips no longer mattered. Nothing did anymore. Not my mother, not my classmates, not even what happened to me. I allowed myself to drip into that sweet, warm haze. Tell me, where did I go wrong? I mustered up a question and no answer came. I ran my palm across Kikuchi's cheek as the heavy rainfall beat down on both of us. I felt no warmth at all, only the chill of death. Who are you? Huh? Why, Kikuchiro. Attention. The door to the institution has been unlocked. Press restart on the title screen. Did we lose? I am confused. So, there's gotta be multiple endings, right? Right? Feel like you see multiple stories. Yeah. Is it... I mean, can you change his outcome? Is it because I ignored all those people in the beginning? Should I have not minded my own business? Well... Do y'all want to give it another go? Do you want to end it here for the night? I don't know what to do. I'll stay if you want to do another story. Alright, I'm just worried it's gonna, like, take a long time. You know? I guess I have to restart. Natsume died. Okay, we saw this. Okay. We saw this. Should I skip this? Yes. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Right, left, deeper in, or close to the exit? I'm asking y'all this time because apparently my choices last time did not go over so well. It said the door to the institution was unlocked, so I think each ending has an effect on the next one. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see. Alright, deeper in. Let's go. I took a seat deeper in. I'll sit next to you if you don't mind. This guy. Go ahead. I kept gazing at the flowers far ahead while waiting for the ceremony to begin. And then came the coffin. Everyone around me muttered, okay, we saw this. Yes, we saw this. Are we curious this time around, or do we think nothing of it? Should we prod deeper into their history? Pull in Andrea. Okay, I am curious. I found myself somewhat curious about him as I had to follow him with my gaze. Oh. The dark-skinned student took some of the gathered white flowers and approached the coffin. His amber eyes were directed right in front of it. I could see the strength of him reflected in them. His graceful fingers didn't tremble one bit. As he placed his flowers, he slightly parted his lips, almost like he was about to say something. In the end, all he did was furrow his brow and close his eyes, before ultimately returning to his seat. Also, in the last one, did he die? Is that what happened? Did the bunny kill him? I have so many questions. The one to approach the coffin next was a dark-haired student with a mole under his eye. I am curious this time around. What's up, bro? Finding myself somewhat curious about him. Yeah. To zoom in. The snow-white flowers he carried seemed a perfect match for his prim and proper aura. As he bent over to place his flowers, his glossy locks swayed forward, hiding his eyes. My interpretation is the bunny drove him to ending the game, so to speak. Yeah, I'm still confused, the bunny's role. He then slowly stood up and returned to his seat with his head hanging even lower than before. Ruffling his pinkish hair, a man with an intense look on his face stepped forward. "I'm curious." Finding myself somewhat curious about him, I decided to follow him with my gaze. He approached the coffin with a rough, unsteady gait, but the way he took the white flowers was anything but that. His hair covered most of his face, preventing me from discerning his expression. In contrast to his earlier demeanor, there was a certain melancholy in the way he placed down his flowers. I was left in awe by that strange, uncanny imbalance. Next, the coffin was approached by a tall boy in a school uniform. "I am curious about this man." Finding myself somewhat curious about him, I decided to follow him with my gaze. His considerable height would no doubt make him stand out in any crowd. He walked with a straightforward stance, giving me an impression of someone with a noble, righteous soul. Even the white flowers he carried seemed to match him in terms of sheer dignity and grace. His large eyes gleamed with genuine grief. Natsume. He uttered the name in a voice so low you'd have to strain your ears to hear him. Also, who was Natsume? I have not gotten a single answer for anything so far. Once all the attendees had their flowers set, the funeral came to a close with a few words. Okay, yes, we saw this. Sit deeper in or stay put? What do y'all think? And by y'all, I mean the only person talking in the chat. So, Andrea, what do you think? Hi, it's me. Hi, how are you? Let's stay here for now. Alright, we're staying put. As I stood in place, I realized most of the people had already left, save for a few stragglers. I could still turn back now. Should I really not talk to any of them? Would I really have no regrets? Ooh, call out to someone. After all, don't move from where I am. Greg's also watching, he's just not saying anything. Come on, Greg. Join the party, man. It's sad boy hours for sad boy games. That's what we're here for. Alright, do you think we should call for someone? Call out for someone like we call in. Okay, alright, we'll call for someone. I still felt like I hadn't done everything I could. I chose to wander and look around. You were singing a chant, weren't you? Ah, it's this guy. I'm embarrassed to admit that I tried joining in as well, but I couldn't really sing at all. So what? I only sang because I could. You're not a student, are you? What was your relationship with Natsume? He was an old acquaintance. When we were brats, he often got me to play with him, after mass and stuff. He eventually just stopped showing up, and that was that. I recently contacted his parents to hear how he was holding up, and you get the picture. I see. I did meet him once after I grew up, though. He looked as naive as always, and had that same goofy grin plastered all over his face. He grew up to be as tall as me, though. I honestly never thought I'd end up outliving him. Why the hell did you have to go first? I'm pretty used to tangoing. That's what that says. Tangoing. I thought it said tangoing. I was like, that's not a word, right? But I never expected that I'd be the one left behind. Damn it. Don't die before me. So we get pink hair man story? Oh, the style! Wow. I see. So Natsume's really gone, is he? A bleak, wintry sky stretched above. There was a brief clicking sound coming... Oh! Oh! Are y'all listening to this? Can y'all hear the song? I'm gonna just take a minute and admire this. It took me off guard. I'm so sorry. Was not expecting all my senses to just be overloaded. the fashion, the music, the atmosphere. Ugh. My lighter would always fail me at times like this. Visibly frustrated, I finally got the flame up and moved to my cig. I watched the smoke float through the cold air. During the funeral, I abruptly remembered the way it burned and turned to ash. It finally hit me. Person died, huh? Damn, it's cold. I shrugged and was just about to walk off and try to warm up my freezing body. When suddenly, the phone slipped into my back pocket again. It began to vibrate. Was it Aya? Kyoko? Sayori? I don't know any of these people. None of the characters we previously met are in this story. Yeah? So this is Morichika Haruki? Okay, Mr. Haruki. Yeah, I'm on my way. It didn't matter who it was. Seeking shelter from the cold, I silently resumed walking through the chilly streets of Tokyo. I doubted anyone else was looking forward to the end of the world as much as I did. Why do they keep talking about the end of the world? What does it mean? What does it mean? My life had always felt like I'd been watching in third person, like a movie. If it were to end, I would want it to be a spectacle. Make it an ensemble cast work even. Something large scale that would downplay my personal pain. That way I wouldn't have to bear shivering on my own. What does it mean? It doesn't matter who it was. Curious minds would like to know. Exactly! Mamiya. The sound of rolling film. The persistent noise of the projector. Sparse seats. Lights near my feet. A movie theater? Mamiya. In this cold clockwork town. I kept watching a long, long movie. Oh. Okay. We're in a new thing now. Wonderful. I have to click. Still feeling somewhat drowsy, I got up and noticed a wrapped up piece of toast and some salad on the table. Ooh, salad sounds good right now. Nice Caesar salad. After tearing up the wrapping, I jammed the toast into my mouth and picked up a note I found next to it. Put the key in the mailbox when you leave. The note also came with 3 10,000 yen notes. Ah, damn, she did say something about getting a raise, but still. You could tell there was no man living here. She was a total career woman. I switched on the TV. Some dudes were getting all worked out about a bunch of nonsense. I walked out into the hallway, but then immediately turned back after remembering that the bathroom was the other way. My clothes were strewn all over the floor near the entrance. I picked them up as I walked by. I washed my face, stretched my arms, and shaved my stubble for good measure. Once I was done, I grabbed a blue toothbrush and brushed my teeth. Okay, the jazz in this game? I feel like this man is in a significantly different place than the last boy we had the story with. There was also some hair wax in my pocket, so I used that to quickly style my do. How do you keep that in your pocket? How big are your pockets? Looking good. Finally, I gave my three yukichis? Huh, what is that? I don't know what that is. I'm very sorry. Sup, Saito? How's it going? I'm doing good, man. Just look at these bills. Can't go wrong with the new ones, I'm telling you. Nice. Here's hoping that means you'll actually treat me to something today. Huh? Maybe next time. I exchanged a few words with an acquaintance and headed over to a machine. I wasn't gonna hold my breath. Saito was the kind of guy whose lucky break never came, so I was pretty sure there'd be no next time. And unlike the old man next to me, Lady Luck decided she wouldn't grace me with a smile either. The hell? I'm not getting anything! I stormed out of the pachinko parlor and continued along the road with no particular destination in mind. Man, that 30K I got from Kyoko sure didn't last long. Well, yeah, when you gamble. And I even wanted to get her something fancy if I won. It was a call from Kyoko. She usually preferred sending texts, though. Another night at her place? I could go for that. Yeah, Kyoko? What do you want? Look, Haruki, don't take this personally, but I think we should stop seeing each other. Oh! Over the phone? That's rough, buddy. That is rough. Huh? Why? Did something happen? Come on. I'll be dating one of my bosses at work, so I'm ending our relationship. What? Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Anyway, now you know why I left you the 30,000 yen. Take care. Oh. Kyoko, wait! Hey! God fucking damn it. You gotta be kidding me. This had to be the worst day of my life. I was gonna spend the night at Kyoko's, but I suddenly found myself with nowhere to go. The hell was I supposed to do now? I desperately scrolled through my list of contacts. Erika got back together with a boyfriend, so that wouldn't work. Shiori left on an overseas business trip. Chiaki was still hospitalized. Are these all his girlfriends? After scrolling through half my contacts, a certain name caught my eye. Natsume. What? That was the name of the guy whose funeral I attended the other day. We exchanged numbers ages ago, but I never actually called him. I'd been meaning to delete the number, but I couldn't bring myself to do it for some reason. Even though I was pretty sure I'd never dial it. I was even surer now. Huh? Bafflingly enough, my hand just refused to press the delete button. What was the point of even keeping a dead guy's number? Even after all that, I still couldn't believe what I was doing. Natsume's number. A number I'd never called before. I knew he wouldn't pick up, but that didn't stop me from pressing the button and calling him anyways. Someone's gonna pick up. The hell's gotten into me? Dude's already kicked the bucket. There's no way he's gonna pick up. Hello? What? My heart skipped a beat when I heard the voice of an actual human being from the other line. It didn't really sound like Natsume, though. Hello? Hello? The person on the other end seemed to gasp. I believe you've called the wrong number. This phone used to belong to a person called Natsume, and... I know. Huh? And who are you? Where are you? Is this a prank call? I'll hang up if it is. I'm Natsume's acquaintance. You knew him too, didn't you? I did, yes. I want to meet you. Wow, that's fast. There's something I gotta tell you. Is it related to Natsume? Yeah. Okay. I just made up shit as I went along. Whoa, me too, buddy. Me too. I actually had nothing to say about Natsume. But I wasn't completely full of shit. For one, I was genuinely curious about meeting whoever this was. After all, not everyone just pick up the phone of a dead guy. Where are you now? In Tokyo. Akihabara, to be specific. Akihabara? That wasn't too far. Gotcha. I'm on my way there now. Are you serious? Dead. You know where Akihabara Station's 5th exit is? I'll be there by 6. Wait! For the first time in ages, I was getting genuinely excited. Whew! My heart was beating like a jackhammer. I felt positively intoxicated by the thrill of the unknown. It reminded me of a story about a treasure island that I heard from someone a long time ago. For once, I was actually punctual and made it to our meeting place on time. With its huge display of lit-up anime characters, Akihabara at night was unlike any other town or neighborhood I'd seen. Well, come to think of it, I never asked what the mystery person looked like. There was no way I'd spot them like this. I only knew their voice. They'd probably notice me if I raised my phone. Hell, maybe they were doing the same thing. I was still looking around the station trying to find someone who fit that description, when suddenly a commotion of sorts erupted. I ignored it and kept looking around. Huh? Could it be? No way, is that really her? The commotion was getting louder, so I ended up turning towards the source of all the noise. And then I saw her. Oh. It's a girl. Oh, this music. She had long, silky black hair and wore an elegant skirt that danced gracefully in the night breeze. She looked like someone from another dimension. And then again, her outfit wasn't anything unusual in this part of town. I continued staring at the maid holding her phone up. A bunch of geeks instantly surrounded her and started taking pictures. The girl blushed and seemed to even be trembling a little. Bingo? Hey. What is it? If it's pictures you want, go right ahead. That voice. The girl's wise-eyed and she seemed to have recognized me as well. You're... Who are you? How dare you address our beloved Cinderella without permission? What? One of the geeks surrounding the maid barked something at me, but I ignored him. Hey, so you had a thing going with Natsume, I see. Hey, you will show proper respect, or... Oh my god. So what did you want to tell me? You sure you want me to say it here? In front of everyone? Very well. Follow me then. Mina! Who's this man, Mina? Hard to believe Mina's actually friends with a guy like that. Maybe it's her boyfriend. They don't look like an item to me. He's pretty handsome, though. Mina, who the hell is this man? Your boyfriend? Settle down, everyone. He's just an acquaintance of a friend. I have something important to discuss with him alone. Don't worry. I'll be fine. But we can't possibly leave you alone with a man like that. I appreciate the concern, but I'll be alright, really. You heard the lady. Disperse! One of the guys waved the onlookers away. Mina, shake my hand! Keep your filthy hands away from our Cinderella. Away with you! After fending off the other nerds, the members of Mina's fan club looked in our direction and gave her a reluctant thumbs up. She responded with a wink and then turned around and left me with me in tow. Okay. Well, alright, Miss Mina. We should be able to talk here in peace. I guess. I was surprised. But man, I sure didn't expect to run into a maid. Was Natsume your old master or something? Trust me, I'm just as surprised as you are. I didn't realize Natsume had such trashy friends. I'll take it as a compliment. You famous or something? What was that commotion back there? At least it made it easier for you to find me. You never told me your name or what you looked like. Not like any of that matters now. Let's cut to the chase. Right. What did you want to tell me? What's the hurry? Let's grab something to eat first. I opened the menu by the maid, but the maid placed her hand over the table and stopped me. Answer me. Why are you in such a rush? The guy's already dead. How dare you! Her sudden outburst made the surface of her black tea tremble. I could see her frowning face in the reflection. Don't you care about his death? Doesn't it make you feel anything? What did a kind-hearted person like him have to die? Why? Even during the funeral, I could barely contain myself. Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Did you sing? Huh? Never mind. There's something off about his death. I agree. I can feel it in my gut. I made a long pause to stroke her impatience. Everything I said was completely made up. Lies upon lies. It reminded me of the many times I bullshitted my way into some woman's bed so I could mooch off of them. Do you have your own place, bro? Yet the maid reacted in a way I didn't expect. Exactly, I was thinking the same thing. She leaned forward and pounded the table, spilling some of the tea in the process. Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away. It's fine. So you suspect something? Yes, I've always wanted to discuss it with someone. It's almost like you've read my mind. I averted my eyes as relief washed over the girl's face. This phone. Natsume actually handed it to me before his death. Don't you find that a little odd? Yeah, you don't normally hand off the hub of all your private information to a stranger. I sure as hell wouldn't. It's almost like he knew he would die. I've been thinking about it ever since the funeral. He must have left his phone with me for a good reason. I glanced down at the black phone that Mina had been caressing affectionately. Did you check what's inside? No, I couldn't bring myself to. And just when I thought about locking it for good, you called. I don't understand why he had to die. He wasn't the type to just... Shivering, she clutched Natsume's phone tightly in her hands. It sort of reminded me of Natsume when I saw him praying at the church that one time. I have a favor to ask you. Would you help me investigate Natsume's death? I met her gaze with mine. Those round, black eyes, her refined, attractive features, and that pleading look. All triggered my masculine instincts to protect her. Ooh. Yeah, I'll pass. Huh? I'll do it on one condition, though. I clasped her hands in mine, including the phone she was still holding. Let me spend the night at your place. This man! Such a player. That's my one condition. Fine, I'll get us a taxi. I had no trouble picking up girls. This was no exception. I moistened my parched throat with the cold coffee I ordered. The taxi parked down in front of the cafe. Mina climbed into the back, but when I tried to follow her, I felt a sudden explosion of pain in my stomach. I have a feeling this guy doesn't have a home to go back to. Yeah, I have the same feeling. The last thing I saw before collapsing was a slender leg peeking out from under her skirt. What happened? I'd rather keep my personal life separate from this. I think that'd be best for both of us. In any case, I'll see you again some other time. Ooh. Okay. The door slammed shut right in front of my nose, and before I could process everything that had just happened, the taxi sped off into the darkness. I was left alone and shivering on the side of the road. Guess I'm sleeping at a manga cafe tonight. I'll take this one. Wrinkling my nose at the characteristic smell of manga cafes that was more or less unique blend of tobacco and... I headed toward the room they assigned to me. I opened the door with a large yawn. Hello? Another girl? And found a girl sleeping on the floor inside. This man just... wow. The hell? Was this the wrong room? Or did I just accidentally stumble into a crime scene? As the myriad of possibilities flashed through my mind, the girl opened her eyes. Oh, Haruki. Huh? How'd she know my name? Are you okay? When I opened my eyes again, the girl was right in front of me. Are you okay? Do you have your medicine? The hell are you? You have to take your medicine or you'll get another episode. Taking a step back, I threw a glare at the oddly dressed girl. How did she know about that? You pushed the nurse call button, didn't you? Huh? What? Don't be scared. I came to answer your call. I'm Mamiya. You're Mamiya. Okay. Alright. It's coming together. Not a lot. But more than before. I don't know what I'm talking about. Isn't that the same name as the bunny boy? Yes. So I think Mamiya is like a general term for their inner demon? Their guide? The devil on their shoulder? I don't know if they're good or evil yet, but it's their maybe it's their mental state? Oh my god. Okay, I'm just keep going. You're nuts is what you are. Get the hell out of my room. I guess I have to give her a British accent too. Relax. She wrapped her arms around me. The hell are you? Everything will be alright, Haruki. There's no need to be scared. As her words kept echoing my mind, I felt my eyelids grow heavier and heavier. Although my brain was firing off red flags in the world, I simply couldn't fight the drowsiness. Good night, Haruki. Bah! By the time I came to, the girl was nowhere to be seen, and for some reason I was lying on the bed. I checked my phone. It was 8 a.m. There was a text from Natsume. Who the hell was that girl calling herself Mamiya last night? I let my thoughts wander for a moment, but was immediately jolted back to reality by an anime song playing from the neighboring room. God damn, Nerd Central's even giving me hallucinations now. Who is playing anime songs at 8 a.m? The answer is me. I rubbed my eyes, picked my jacket, and left the room. Good morning. Wow, your hair's a mess. I see you didn't shave either. You little... Huh? Isn't that Mina? What is she doing here? Who's this? A kind soul who shared his food with me. I can't believe I actually met her. Imagine the odds. Oh man, she's even cuter in pictures. Da, da, da. She's got a lot of fans. Let's go. Oh, wait, Mina. Go where exactly? Any place he frequented will do. Now's your chance to prove you actually knew him. How about his school? We could ask his classmates about... No, let's not do that. Huh? Let's just skip the school. I very much doubt they would let you in there anyways. Got any better ideas then? Standing around here chatting isn't getting us anywhere. I know, which is why I'll ask him. Your phone? There was this IRL meetup for an anime I'm following. The hell's an IRL meetup? Like a convention? You don't know? Well, excuse me for not being the king of the nerds. You look like you'd be in dating sites, though. Huh? Just what kind of guy do you think I am? I don't need the internet to pick up chicks. Hell, I'm doing it right now. Spare me the details of your personal life. Anyway, an IRL meetup is when you meet people you know on the internet in real life. Why would you want to meet people you've never seen? Well, the internet makes it easy to find people who share your interest. And then again, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't completely safe. If I said it was completely safe to just meet with someone you know nothing about. And that's what you gotta look into. See this? I found an invitation on his phone. According to the date, it was sent 2 days before Natsume disappeared. What's the place? A cafe on the 3rd floor of an urban building. It's not too far, actually. I say we head there right now. Excuse me. Hey, could you not enter trouble? Mina? Mina's here? Why? We just want to ask you some questions. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? There's something we'd like to know. What is it? Just say the word and I'll answer. Has anyone here participated in an IRL meetup about 2 weeks ago? Well, I'd say at least half the people here have. They're mostly fans of the current seasonal anime. To be perfectly honest, the fact that we're all here today is to continue where we left off at the meetup. We watch the entire week's worth of anime and discuss it live. It's good fun. Alright, I respect. I see. That's great. I'm actually looking for a person named Natsume, and I think you participated 2 weeks ago? Their faces clouded over as soon as the maid mentioned Natsume's name. Natsume? Is that his real name? Yes. Oh, I see. We only know each other by our online nicknames. We could identify him based on his username, but unless you know that, well... Oh, I see. Really sorry for not being much help. It's alright, thank you. I suppose I'll be on my way then. Wait a second, do you think it could be... Cocteau? Aww. What kind of person is this Cocteau? We haven't seen him online too much. It's the first time he came to participate was 2 weeks ago. Still, he actually brought a whole new perspective to our discussion. He said he'd love to drop by again and that he was just disappeared. People normally don't share too much information about their jobs on the internet, but Cocteau wasn't a total enigma, even by online standards. He did sound pretty passionate about your events, though. I see. Mina? Thank you for your time. What you've told us helped us a great deal. Mina. With that said, I must go now. Wait! Could you shake hands with me? Oh, God. I'd be glad to. You'll have to form a line, though. God, what is... Confused. Why is she famous? They didn't seem to know much. What's the point of questioning people that don't know his name? The fact that they don't know much about his personal life is precisely the point. People tend to reveal more about themselves in an anonymous environment. That reminds me, I never even asked your name. The maid pointed at her badge. I'm Mina. No, I mean your real name. Like I said, I'm Mina. As long as I wear this, I have no other name. I'm Mina, the maid of Akihabara. There was a strong will reflected in her eyes. The maid lowered her gaze, somewhat remorseful for not fully answering my question. I doubt someone like you would understand. There seemed to be some deep reason behind it. I guess. Recalling the sheer determination I saw in her eyes, I decided not to pry further. She was right. I could really comprehend why someone like you would adopt a fake name. If at all, it was to fill them with guilt. Or why you'd want to meet someone you only knew online to make you feel this way. Anyway, we should head to the next IRL meetup. Oh, her assertiveness caught me off guard. Whoa, you still want to keep doing this? Of course, this wasn't the only meetup he attended, you know. It's entirely possible he never even attended this one, but actually went to another. Let's keep moving. We have no time to waste. Okay, I get it, but slow down for God's sake. Let's say Morichika. I'm pretty sure you've already said that before. Hurry! Wait, isn't that Mina? Oh my god. Ah, jeez, this one's a dud. Next! Come on, let me catch my breath. Stop moaning like a wimp. Time is of the essence here. Why are we in a hurry? Oh, that's odd. There should be a building here. Weren't you listening? I said it was on the left. Oh, you did? You have such a meek voice, I probably didn't hear you. I mean, it's clear as day we're nowhere near the main strip anymore. I can't believe you call yourself a local. You've got the navigational skills of a blindfolded drunkard. I'm still way better than you, okay? Maybe I took a wrong turn once or twice, but that doesn't mean I... Wait, I know this alley. Did you notice something? Stop, don't go there. Let's take another route. What are you talking about? It's the perfect shortcut. Morichika? Damn. Don't tell me you've forgotten me, pal. Ah. Doesn't look like we have time for that right now. Just shut up and run. Wait! Mina, I'm a huge fan. Can I shake your hand? Who's that man? Can I take your picture? Jesus, what's with the crowd? Some sort of event? Morichika, you sleazeball. Give me back my woman. Mina! God, I feel like I'm going insane here. Looks like we managed to lose them. Exhausted and out of breath, we both lean against a wall to rest. It's that goddamn outfit of yours. It stands out like a sore thumb. And it's your degenerate love life that got us into trouble with those thugs. I kept staring at the ground while trying desperately to catch my breath. That's when I saw Mina's hand. Whoa. I must have scraped it or something when we were running. She tried to downplay it, but her entire knuckle was covered in blood. We gotta disinfect it. It's just a scratch. I don't think... Just shut up and tell me where the closest drugstore is. There's a convenience store over on that main street, but... Good, let's go. Oh. Oh, my lights just flickered. Mayhaps I will need to, end soon. I'll find a good stopping point, but... Okay. I grabbed her other hand and hurried out of the alley. Making sure to take the least conspicuous route, I managed to grab some gauze from the convenience store and headed straight for the bathroom. I washed the maid's hand with cold water. She was shivering all over. Just to scratch my ass. The wound itself didn't hurt, but the water stung a little. Yeah, whatever you say. Come on, raise your arm. She obediently followed my commands as I used the toilet paper to clean her wound. There. Okay. You should be fine now. Let's go. Huh? You want something else? Thank you very much. I figured I should thank you properly. Don't mention it. You have a surprisingly gentle side to you. You always say one word too many, you know that? That scared me. I thought it was my phone buzzing. Oh, it looks like someone's calling me. Excuse me for a moment. Hello? Huh? Kana's got a fever? Yes, that's okay. I'm on my way. Sorry, Morishika. But I need to get us wrapped up. I need to wrap up the investigation for the day. What happened? A co-worker of mine called in sick. I have to take over her shift. Take care now. Wait, why are you following me? Because it sounds like fun. You have too much time on your hands. So? Just promise not to get in my way. Huh? I thought maid cafes would be more chaotic than this. Instead, the place looked like a high-class restaurant. The maids each wore long, matching skirts and poured tea for the guests with graceful movements. I guess not all maid outfits look like the ones you see online. One of the girls kind of looked like my ex. I followed the maid with my eyes and then suddenly heard a voice from behind me. Look, it's that brute from me the other day. Haha. Did anyone ever tell you that you sound like a total nutcase? Oh, that's rich coming from an uncultured libertine like yourself? Why not go make yourself useful in serving some drinks? Maybe I will once you actually order something. Oh my god. After a short while, Mina returned carrying a rice omelet on a tray. Oh, that does sound really good. That's all you get for the price? What a ripoff. Hey, I can hear you. Quickly, Mina. Coming, master. Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. Go get him, tiger. Very well. What is happening? What? Let me hear you shout. 1, 2, Mina! Thank you. I've successfully absorbed all your moe power. Whew. Mina, you rock! God, I'm so glad to be alive! And that's it. Damn, you're a real pro. How very nice of you to say that. I spent the rest of the time watching her work, which proved to be even more entertaining than I had initially thought. In the end, I actually sat through her entire shift on 1 glass of water. Okay. Alright. On that note, I think I'm gonna call it for the night. I will continue this again soon. If I'm not back in the next few days, I will be back either Wednesday or Thursday night. I will end Mamiya here for now. I'm excited to see what happens because I am very confused. I have gotten like 0 answers this entire time. Anyways, bye-bye. I will see you guys later. I'm so tired.